I've been in a career transition for almost 3 years now. Of course, in a recession, saying career transition and being in your 40s is a polite way of saying life upheaval. And somewhere in the midst of it, terror took over. I stopped listening. I stopped trusting. I had heard the call within my heart. I knew the direction I wanted to take my business, but I convinced myself that it wouldn't pay the bills. So instead of walking into the open and the unknown, I started looking behind me to work that no longer fueled me, and even that didn't pan out. I prayed desperately to be saved, to have the cup pass, to find a job. I didn't care anymore what the job was, or so I told myself. And then one evening, I was on my way to Old St. Pat's to lead a meeting, and I stopped at the Walgreens to get some cold water. It was one of those blazing hot summer days, 95 degrees or worse. There was a man standing by the entrance, and his shoes were kind of ragged, and his face looked worn and tired, and his eyes seemed kind of vacant. And he asked me if I had money for a bus pass. And I said, "No, I don't have money for a bus pass, but I'm going in to buy some cold water. Can I get you some water?" "I don't want water," he said. He said, "Can I get you something else?" "Gatorade. How about Gatorade?" I said, "Great. What flavor would you like?" He said, "Any flavor." So I headed inside and I went straight to the refrigerated section, and I grabbed the pack of cold water and I scanned the coolers for the Gatorade, and they were on sale, 2 for $4. So I grabbed 2 different colors, and on my way out I was feeling pretty good about myself, and I held the bag out for the man and I said, "Here's your Gatorade. It was on sale, 2 for $4. And he just looked at me and he said, "Do you have money for a bus pass?" And I said, "No, I don't. But here's your Gatorade." And I slipped the bag into his hands and I turned to walk away. And I couldn't even get mad at him, because it didn't take me more than about 3 steps before I realized I am that man. Dear God, I am that man. I had been begging and begging and begging God for a job, any job. And God was holding out and handing me something different, something more fulfilling. But I had to open my hand and my heart to accept it. And so we welcome the stranger because we've been a stranger to ourselves. We see the beggar because we too have begged. We comfort the outcast and those turned away from the inn because we too have felt on the outside of life. We're called to see God in them as much as the God that dwells within ourselves. And if you ask, most homeless people will tell you that one of the hardest things about being homeless is feeling like you have nothing to give, like your life has no value. And yet here this man gave me a great gift, a reminder that we're called and invited to live beyond ourselves, to say yes to God and to our deepest longings, and to welcome back the estranged parts of ourselves and make room for them and for everyone in the inn.